Hey, welcome to the Sisterhood of the Traveling Bantha. We are your hosts, Denise
and Rexy, and we are recording with special support from Council Member Mark Collier.
And we're broadcasting from our galaxy to yours.
May the force be with you.
Always.
Hey, Herd.
So what's up, Herd?
How's it going?
Yeah, we keep changing all our recordings.
I know.
The day of, actually, like hours before recording. It's all right.
So this again is on me, though. I once again am the reason that we're not recording Heir to the Empire, but it's not because I'm not enjoying it. Like, I am loving this. Like, to go from the first one that I listened to and being like, this is terrible, to Mark Thompson, our patron saint of audiobook narrators.
I have this weird crush on Mark Thompson.
It's not weird, dude.
I like
he's phenomenal.
No, like I follow him on like Facebook and Instagram, and
I don't blame you. No, like he's so good. Hey, Mark Thompson, come be on the show. We are huge fans.
Follow him, like he does like voice acting too for like cartoons and stuff like that. So he's done like Pokemon.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
yeah.
fun.
So he's done a lot of like character voice acting.
That's so
and
cool.
Then he does narration for books.
And he is the best narrator that I have ever listened to.
He's so funny, and
I follow him.
I follow him.
I follow him too. Yeah. I'm loving it. However, I accidentally started watching Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy.
So what brought that on?
It looked really cute, and I remembered you were talking about it in our Discord, and you were like, oh, Rexy, you should watch this, you'll like it. And I was like, okay. Well, then...
That came out last year.
I know. I never got around to watching
Jar.
it. Yeah, I know. I never got around to watching it. And,
yeah,
Eric and I were sitting here having dinner, and we were looking for something to watch for dinner, and I was like, oh my god, I want to watch this. I totally forgot about it. So then we did that instead of me finishing the book, so I still haven't finished the book.
I say it's nice because it's only like, what, 4 episodes?
Yeah.
Short.
But
nice,
that's what I did last night instead. So I messaged Denise today, and I was like, hey, so...
And it wasn't like this morning. It was like this afternoon.
Oh, yeah, it was too. It was after lunch. I was like, can we do an episode on Rebuild the Galaxy?
So I was kind of confused at first because I posted a TikTok yesterday about, because they just announced...
No, I saw that right after I watched it, and I was like, oh, I'm so excited.
Because they just announced the new release date for part 2 of the Past, Rebuild the Past, or whatever. And that's September 19th, which is also National Talk Like a Pirate Day. So I'm really hoping that we get some Hondo.
That would be amazing.
But so I was like, they do realize, I'm like, were they talking about the second part? They didn't watch the second part. Like all these thoughts were running through my mind because it's also been it was a very long day at work today. It was
has been like a year since Rebuild the Galaxy came out.
And I was like, and they're like, no, I just watched it. And I was like, well, I haven't watched it in a while, so you're gonna have to like lead this episode.
I got you. I'm so excited about it. This show was so much fun. I was just like, can we do this, please?
It's pure chaos, and it is fantastic because everything is wrong.
Yeah,
every which way.
I mean,
Jedi like, Jabba the Hutt.
Oh my god, Darth Jar Jar.
Jedi Jabba the Hutt. Like that is just wrong. I'm okay with Jedi like Darth Vader and Jedi like Palpatine, but the Jedi Jabba the Hutt
is pretty freaking funny.
What?
So we should say, if you guys were like me and haven't seen Rebuild the Galaxy, there are going to be spoilers. So if you want to watch it spoiler free, maybe come back to this episode after you watch it.
You've had a year.
You've had a year. So you can either hang around for spoilers or go watch the show and then come back. But it's a lot of fun. And that is where we get Darth Jar Jar.
That's where I get my Darth Falcon.
The Dark Falcon and Darth Jar Jar. And
Dark Ray.
Dark Ray. freaking
Bounty Hunter.
Bounty Hunter C-3PO.
It's not Dark.
Oh my god. Bounty
Hunter.
hunting 3PO was hilarious. So funny. I just, like, every time they would... Okay, so let's back up. We're talking about all this stuff that's topsy-turvy because Rebuild the Galaxy is about them having to rebuild the literal Lego galaxy. Is it just gonna be... Come on, Jar Jar! So, it's about these two brothers. So we have Dev... Yeah, that works. Alright, Jar Jar. It looks like a Fraggle.
Fraggle Rock!
Down the Fraggle Rock! Down the Fraggle Rock! I love that show. What were we talking about?
Rebuilding the apple.
Yeah. So the two brothers. There's Darth. No, not yet. There's Dev and Siggy. Or Sig. But his brother calls him Siggy. So these two brothers, they're twins. Aren't they twins? And one was just born a couple minutes before.
I thought one was older and one was younger.
Oh, are they? I thought they were making that joke because he was a couple minutes older, born first. So one of us is right, one of us is wrong.
It's also been a year for me. So.
Yeah, and we all know what my memory is like. So, one of those is the truth. You guys will have to tell us which one's right. But so there's
it's that important to the story.
It's really not. It's really not. So there's two brothers. And one of them is the adventurer, the let's go do stuff, and I'm here for. Oh, you're just falling out. And the
rule follower.
Yeah, the other one is the archivist. You know, he wants to hang out. He knows the stories. He's the librarian. He has collected all of these stories. He knows everything. He knows all the myths, all the legends, all the histories from their people. The other brother, Dev, doesn't know any of this stuff, but he is very interested in...
There is a substantial age difference because the voice actors have a big age difference.
Oh, do they?
One is a kid and one is an adult.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
One is Dustin from Stranger Things, and the other one is an actual is an adult.
Wait, Siggy is Dustin? Oh, that's amazing! Okay, that is really cool.
Yeah, no, there's an actual age difference between the two.
I did not realize that.
Yeah, sorry, that was wait.
No, that was something apparently I was stuck on and needed to know the answer to, so I'm glad that you found the answer to my question.
Yeah, because it is, Zig is him, and then Dev is, way older. Way older.
Oh, yeah, that's an adult. An adult. An adultier adult.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, much different. So the younger brother, it turns out that he has the ability to use the Force. So these brothers live on a planet called Vanessa. And remember, this is Lego Star Wars. I don't know if we had said that or not.
Yeah, and also this is not canon.
It's not. That's what
these are just fun stories.
Lego Star Wars is just it's fun.
No Lego is canon.
Yeah. So they live on this planet called Vanessa, and the older brother, Dev, finds out totally by accident that Zig can use the Force. And Siggy accidentally shows him that he can use the Force by force building, they call it. And that's where they use the Force to pull Legos in pieces. They call them pieces because they're Lego
master
pieces.
builders.
Master builders.
The Lego movie.
So they pull them in and they can make things totally on the fly. And Dev was about to fall off a cliff, and Siggy built a bunch of stuff to save him. And then his brother was like, "Oh my god, you can use the Force! You're a Jedi! Oh my god! You can't hide this power away! You're awesome! And I'm gonna make sure that you use this!" And then they go hunting and playing around, and they go and find this ancient Jedi temple. And there just happens to be a glowing blue brick in it. Piece. Glowing blue piece. And Dev wants it. Real bad. And he gets real annoyed when he can't get it. And then he and Siggy kind of get into a little bit of a tussle. And Siggy gets sarcastic and he's like, "Fine, you want it?" And uses the Force to yank it out. And then kablooey.
Breaks the galaxy. And everything gets all out of sorts. And that's where the chaos is.
Yes. It's imagine you have this entire, imagine you built the Lego R2-D2. And it's completely done, and it's beautiful, and everything is perfect, and you've put him in a diorama. He's got scenery. All of it's made of Legos. And then somebody came by, and they just kicked it over, and pieces went. And then you let a 2-year-old come in and put the pieces back however they wanted to. And you said, this is where you live now. Yep.
I'd be mad. But like,
yep. And that's what happened in this show.
I want to know who came up with this concept. Like, it's so fun. And the Lego sets that they built, like, they released Lego sets.
Yeah.
I have the Dark Falcon. So they released the Dark Falcon, which is fantastic. Because now I got the regular Falcon and the Dark Falcon. Because you can never have too many Falcons.
No.
But then
gotta have all the variants.
But they also released the Jedi Bob Lego set, so you can buy his ship with Jedi Bob.
Okay, I loved Jedi Bob so much.
I love that his name's just Bob. It's just such
Jedi
a
Bob
generic name.
It's like what? Baba. Oh god, it is such a long name. Bob. I know it sounds like barbarian, but it's not. That's like barbarian. Bob.
I don't know. They just even on like IMDb,
I don't know, but they shortened it down to Jedi Bob.
But like they also released the X-wing and TIE fighter, where you can interchange the wings
to make it an X fighter or a TIE wing.
I thought that was fun. I actually thought they were really cool. I know when they first came out because like I talked about it on like social media and people were like, "Oh, that's so stupid." I'm like, "It's so fun. Legos are meant to be fun and to like explore your imagination." And that's what's so fun about the Lego Star Wars stuff is it takes that to a whole new level and expanding onto the Star Wars, because everything is always so like by the book, especially with all the shows. But this takes everything.
Everybody has joked about Jar Jar being a secret Sith Lord for so long. Look at this, Lego made it happen.
They played on it. They actually played on it and made it fun. And then they also talked like in Rise of Skywalker, they had Darth Rey, and then they played on that too.
You had a Dark Rey.
And then look at the end of Return of the Jedi, Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker goes back to the light side, and now he's a Jedi.
He's a Jedi in this show. Oh my gosh! And Palpy is a Jedi, but he's like the most timid, scared. Like he doesn't want to do anything. He's like, no, let's run away, please. I want out of here.
So not only that, so they take some of these things that they tease in the movies, but then they also take the complete opposite characteristics of the characters and play on that.
There's like Palpy is Palpy, right? But in Rebuild the Galaxy, he's timid and nervous and doesn't want to go into battle and just wants to hide.
I will say I did want Jar Jar Binks to have a bigger role.
Me too. I really thought with like how much of a favorite, he is. I really thought there would be more.
But we do have a part 2 coming out.
Right.
So we can have a lot more.
Yeah. I'm excited. And this part 2 you said is like rebuild the past.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they're attempting to bring their world back.
You know what? This is what they're probably going to do, because they're going to have Ahsoka in it. And Ahsoka, they're not going to make Ahsoka bad, because Ahsoka is, you can't do wrong. I know I'm sounding, they're not going to make her bad. She's going to be the one.
They made Palpy good.
No, but they're going to use her to help Sig rebuild the galaxy and use. I can see that. Okay. They're going to use her to help rebuild it.
Okay, I'm not mad about it.
They're not going to make Ahsoka bad.
I hope not.
Because
I already had to deal with John Cena's heel turn this year. I don't want to deal with freaking Snips' heel turn. My heart can't take it.
Matt thinks it's the best thing.
I do not like him as a heel. Like, I can't believe it. He has been a babyface for his entire career. I have so much trouble believing the heel. And I think that's why I don't like him as a heel, is because it's like, this is so not, I can't get into the make-believe of it.
What were some of the other crazy, like, character changes in the Rebuild the Galaxy? I'm trying to remember.
So, let's see. So, we start off, right, like, he gets the cornerstone. Jedi Bob was watching over the temple. And he freaks out because he's like, oh my god, you just undid all my work. Let's see. We had...
I need to read the episode synopsis.
The synopsis.
Synopsis.
We had flying the Falcon. We had who's flying Falcon?
No, Bounty Hunter.
No. Was it C-3PO?
Yeah,
Flying the
3PO.
Falcon?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then yes, he stole it. Yes, he stole it from him. Right? Didn't she steal the Falcon back and they... You know what else I noted? Leia showed up. Right?
Yeah.
And they didn't make Princess Leia bad either, because
No,
how you gonna
kinda,
make
like,
Princess Leia
indifferent.
bad?
Yeah, because they're like the core characters. Even like Luke Skywalker wasn't really bad either.
Right.
He was just kind of like
He was like the dude.
Yeah,
He was the dude.
he was like indifferent. He wasn't like good or bad.
He was here
just
for
kinda
himself. He was
there,
kind of here for
hanging out.
his money and
like-
his own good time, and he had like a gold chain around his neck. There's so much weird. I am loving these Lego Star Wars shows.
Like, which I'm kind of glad that they did do that with like the main, like the core 3 characters, because you can't really change what they are. Like, it's easier, I think, with Vader to kind of change it,
Because he did eventually
and
like
Palpatine,
redeem himself.
But people have such an emotional attachment to characters like Luke and Leia.
Yeah.
You can't really, you don't want to pull away from that.
Yeah. That does make sense.
I think it was
And
easier for them to do it with Rey because it was kids that had that,
Mhm.
so they could have more fun with that with kids. But I think with the
But then, like you said, they also had a dark Rey
and we saw
like
her,
appearance
Yeah.
in the movie, so it was
And-
like not out of the realm of what we've seen either.
and with like even in the Last Jedi, we saw her kind of deal with some of that temptation
Yeah.
while she was on the island,
Right.
and so that's
So
not
that it's not out of the realm of.
too far out of
Yeah.
the realm. And so,
But trying to believe that like Leia or Skywalker, or Han even are gonna be like bad. It's not believe. It's like
not
Snips.
gonna-
It'd be really, really hard to. And that's where I'm at with John Cena. Like going back to that again. I know, but
You're just not gonna get over.
I can't
See?
believe it. I need him to go back babyface before he fully retires, because ending like on this, I can't. Like he feels like he's just playing make believe. Like it doesn't work for me.
Well, that's all of like.
No, I know, but like you want the story to be like, I can believe this. Like I can't. John Cena's just too much of a good guy. Like the Ewoks were flying. I want to say that they were flying the X-Fighters.
I think they were flying the X-Fighter.
Because I know they were talking about them being like the most fearsome, like everybody's terrified of them. And then you see us zoom in on the Ewoks and he's just screaming, yeah, no!
Ewok bounty hunters.
Bounty
They were
hunters!
flying the Y-wing like starships.
Okay.
Yes.
And
And
they
it-
were amazing.
Joined by 3PO.
Yes!
There we
Because
go.
3PO was leading the army of Ewok bounty hunters. Because 3PO was like because he was their god! That makes sense! I didn't put that together till right now, but like, because he was their god in the movies, of course he
Yep.
was their leader. Okay.
And then Luke Skywalker was hanging out at Mos Eisley Marina.
Yes!
Hanging out,
He just-
surfing, and
Just
at the
like
beach,
pod
yeah.
racing and surfing and like he's just there for his own good time. In fact, when Luke made up with him, who made up with him and convinced him? Was it Siggy? Maybe it was Siggy that met up with him and
Yeah.
was like, this is what happens if you don't help us. And he was like, wait, so you're telling me like I'm depressed and sad and I use the Force so hard it kills me? I want to stay here.
So here's all the Darth characters. So there's Darth Rose Tico.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Darth Rose and Rey were hanging out a lot together.
Darth Nubs.
Yeah.
Do you know who Nubs is?
Oh, he's the little blue guy.
he's in the
He's
cartoon.
in the. That's right.
the
Young Jedi, Adventures.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just a big blue teddy bear, but he's a bad.
Darth Kit Fisto.
I forgot. Oh my gosh. Okay, it was like one of my favorite parts, and I'm gonna find a screenshot from this. Was when you get the Kit Fisto smile, because I love Kit Fisto. Like, if I could have a crush on him, I probably would, even though he's like a cartoon character. But like, he's so cute, and I totally have a thing for Kit. And just his little smile, and you got a little bit of his smile in this show as Darth Kit Fisto, and it was perfect. It was so funny. It was just like, what? I don't. What? My brain just broke. What's happening? Because he's still like a bad guy, but then he's all grinning and happy.
Oh my gosh, Darth Rusty, Darth Jawa.
Darth Rusty. Who's Darth Rusty?
He's just
the Jawa.
He's a Ithorian that has the long legs.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Darth Jawa, Darth Jar Jar.
The Jawa made a very brief appearance. I wish there were more. I'm gonna see what it looks like.
So obviously, this broken galaxy does not follow the rule of 2.
No, there's so many.
The rule of 2 is not.
Nope.
Not going on here. But yeah, there were so many, like, Darth, all of them.
It was so funny. They open up the ship and you just see them all there and you're like, what?
Okay, so here's the Jedi.
This list is amazing too. Okay.
So we got Jedi Master Palpatine, Jedi Darth Vader, Jedi Jabba, Jedi Cad Bane. I forgot about
I forgot about him too. He made a brief appearance too, and I remember just cracking up.
Jedi IG-88.
I think I might have missed him. That's
Jedi
hilarious.
Jaina. Jedi Dooku.
I missed Dooku too. I missed Dooku too.
I love that they were on a sand crawler.
Oh my gosh.
4 legs.
Yeah, so
it was
like feet, but it was a sand crawler.
Just walking across the desert on Tatooine. Like,
it was incredible. I had so much fun with this show.
It was the most bonker things. Like that would be a fun Lego to build.
Yeah, it would. Oh my gosh, just like
sand crawler, like
on the AT-AT feet. Oh my god, it was amazing. But that's where all the Jedi were. And then, so we had Darth Devastator was what Dev was going by in this new mixed up galaxy. Darth Devastator. And it was like, by the end of the show, you have like Darth Dev and Siggy. And they're kind of like teamed up, but like Siggy wants to fix things and Dev wants to use him to like rule the galaxy.
I forgot the brother did go dark.
Darth Devastator.
I totally forgot.
So a lot of this is Sig trying to like save his brother. And now Jedi Bob is like, well, you broke the galaxy and I've done this before too and you can't go back. So that's actually why you find out Jedi Bob is hanging out guarding over this temple, because he did the same thing Siggy did. He's like, oh, what's this? Yanked it out. Kaboom! There goes the whole galaxy. And then it just sucks back in together in completely random ways. And so this next one coming out, Rebuild the Past, I feel like they're gonna probably try to fix it.
So they do have the Slave One in here. So Boba Fett and Greedo.
I never saw Boba, but
no, but they have Leia.
Leia is with Greedo instead of Han.
That's right, they were together.
Yeah, because one of the lines Han had in there was, yeah, he just shot his shot first.
I remember them making a reference.
There were so many little references like that.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that. Oh, poor Han.
I know.
He didn't get Leia. Like, there's just so many different things.
It's such a fun. If you guys haven't watched it, you need to.
It's almost kind of like a little mini, like, what if?
Yeah.
Like, series 2. I know we've talked about it before. Like, I would love to see a what if show for Star Wars like they did Marvel.
Mm-hmm. That would be incredible.
Because there are so many, like, what if. It's like that one thing.
Yeah.
Shooting the. Greedo shooting first. What if Greedo did shoot first?
Right. What would happen? What if Jar Jar was actually a Sith Lord?
If Greedo shot first, who would Luke and Obi-Wan get to take them to go
Right.
find
What
Princess
would
Leia.
it have been Greedo?
You're like, yeah.
I mean, like, yeah,
simple.
what a series, because Marvel did a bang up job on that. I would
It was
love to see a
so
Star Wars
good.
one.
So good.
Yep.
Or like a what if Bail Organa took Luke
Well,
and
yeah.
Leia went to Tatooine? Like, what if
That would
happened?
be cool too. What if they switch places?
What if Obi-Wan turned bad and it was Anakin that was good? Like,
yeah.
There's a lot of different ones.
What if Padme lived?
Oh, that's a big what if. What? Oh, that would be an interesting one to see.
What are your guys' what ifs? Drop them in the comments.
If Palpatine was never put into power of the Senate.
Oh my god, like how much different we wouldn't
What
have
if it
movies
was-
right now.
What if it was Jar Jar in charge of the Senate instead of Palpatine?
Ooh. Got a chaos ensue then.
Yeah.
He somehow turns off the button that works on everybody's gravity and everybody in their pods just plummet.
What if Senator Chuchi never stood up and defended the planet and created peace on that ice planet, and that her military guy took over? She would have then never stood up for the clone rights,
Mhm.
and then the clones would have never got any kind of like
The only reason they got any kind of equal treatment was because of
Because-
Chichi.
what if she never did that?
Yeah. Would there have been like a riot? Like a clone uprising? A Clone Wars #2?
Like, what would have happened?
See, we need this series. This would be an amazing series. You are so right. Yeah, this would be rad.
Just the simple little things. What if somebody...
Because some of these changes are like, yeah, they're tiny little things, but we know the impacts that they made.
And just even like small characters that you don't think have a big impact. Like Chuchi, she's only been in a handful of Clone Wars
Right.
cartoon or episodes and Bad Batch episodes.
But she made a huge difference in the
Huge.
galaxy.
What if Cypher Diaz never went and got the Clone War like army? He would have never been able to.
Right?
The Republic would have never been able to fight the Clone Wars. There wouldn't even be Clone Wars. It would have just been them trying to defeat all these droids. They'd have to recruit. Like, how would they recruit?
Right?
How would these planets try to...
Like, tiny, teeny, tiny little changes change everything. And then how does it work?
So many,
God, they could make this series run forever.
so many different things.
The Tales of, they're doing a really good job on that. They've
I
done
like
several of the ones that we've like, oh, that would be cool, and they did it. So
Although,
maybe we'll get a what
I
if.
like the Tales of... I wish they would have gone a little bit deeper with Cad Bane.
Yeah.
I felt that one was a little bit more surface level. It was kind of predictable. Like, yeah, he grew up in the underworld. I kind of saw that one
Right.
coming, but I really liked the Ventress. I know we never talked about it on the show, but I really liked the Ventress and seeing. I knew we were going to see how she came back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad we did. It
It immediately-
the first thing we saw
Oh.
was how she came back.
I know.
And it was that tears all over again, because if you read the book, you know how they got there and what
Like,
led to
thinking about Quinlan taking her there. Like, just thinking about Quinlan, period. I started crying all over again. It's like, oh.
it. That story was so good.
I know it
It
was.
was so good. And actually being able to see that on the screen.
Mhm.
Him and Kenobi paying the respect, because Kenobi actually worked with her also. And
He had a lot of respect for Ventress. She had a lot of respect for him, too.
And seeing them laying her to rest and her coming back and seeing her realize and helping that Padawan, helping him out. Like, it was nice to see that she wasn't going to take the second chance of life
For granted.
Yeah. She's going to do something with it. And I was hoping we would have seen her cross paths with the Path.
Yeah.
I was really hoping, and maybe Quinlan.
Maybe in the future we can have. I would love to see her run into Quinlan again.
Especially because we know he's been referenced with the Path, not only in the Tales, but also in the Kenobi show. They made a reference to him in that. It would have been nice, but
And he was briefly in it too, wasn't he? Didn't we see Quinlan like very briefly at a table?
oh,
in the
that was
background?
Phantom of the Menace.
Oh,
Phantom
okay.
Phantom of the Menace.
Menace.
Phantom Phantom Menace. Phantom Menace. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just, it would be nice to see them cross paths somewhere. It'd be interesting. To see. I wonder if there's some way they could tie her into the new Dark Maul show. I don't see a way. I don't know. I don't think there. It wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense because she's trying to stay out of all that.
That's true, and we're gonna see him very much get into it.
So, from what I've seen, because I looked up more information, it is going to take place after season 7.
Okay.
Between season 7 and Solo movie.
Okay.
So around 18.
Episode 7.
No, Solo movie.
No, you said season 7
of Clone Wars.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So between that and Solo.
Okay.
So he's building up the crime. He wants to build up the crime syndicate on an unknown planet, kind of away from the Empire. So obviously, when they talk about the crime syndicate, it's going to be the Crimson Dawn because we know he's with the Crimson Dawn.
So then you think we'll get Kira?
That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping we see Kira.
That's amazing.
What I'm rooting for is
she
Kira.
Is
because
so awesome of a character.
She obviously knew who Maul was. By that phone call at the end of it.
Yep.
Do I think she had a lot of interaction with them? No, but I think she might be there maybe in the background.
Yeah.
As because she was what's his face? Boss.
Yeah. His right hand.
Yeah.
The only person he really trusted.
So I think we'll see her.
That would be amazing.
I don't think it's gonna be a whole lot.
Even if just a little bit, that would be fan service I would be here for.
This is pre-Solo. It's not post-Solo. Free. So it's before she really starts to work with them.
But she's still in there. By that time, she's still working with, or she has begun to work with Crimson.
Yeah, she's there. So it'll be interesting. He's taking on an apprentice, a Twilight apprentice. Yeah, there's going to be a new Jedi in it.
Think it'll be any that we've read about?
Someone I've seen.
Oh, like brand new made for the show?
Yeah, so it's gonna be, I'm excited. Next year, 2026. Can't wait.
Do we know when in 2026? Do we have a month or anything? Okay.
2026.
Alright. Well, we're halfway through 2025. Isn't that wild? It's July.
It's officially halfway through the year.
This is wild. I do not understand how it's already July.
I don't either. I don't like it.
We're gonna go do fireworks in 2 days.
I know. I know.
So, yeah, this actually will be coming out on the 4th of July. So, all of you guys, hope that you are having a safe, explosive, colorful 4th of July with people that you love.
Blow up your extremities.
Please do not put a mortar in front of your parents' house without a case and blow out all the windows.
Don't catch trees on fire.
Nope. Please do not shoot anybody with a mortar. Try not to do that accidentally too. Because
don't aim Roman candles at each other.
Yeah, if you're gonna do that, don't aim them at your face. Aim them for the torso.
Yeah, just don't aim them at each other.
I did a lot of that.
Don't aim them at each other.
Andy and I used to have Roman candle fights when we were kids. Because in California, you cannot do that. You have to go watch public sanctioned shows because it's always combustible. I moved to Oklahoma. Yeah. Everywhere we lived, we weren't allowed to do fireworks.
For a while where we grew up before we moved to Rancho, we could do just ground.
Oh, yeah.
Just ground ones. We couldn't do shot.
We could do...
Unless you went to Chinatown.
Right. They have their own displays, their own fireworks shows.
No. Go to Bison.
Oh, okay. We would hop across the border and go to Arkansas to buy our Roman candles and stuff because we couldn't get them here. But as soon as I moved to Oklahoma, and I was like, oh my god, I can set off a mortar in my driveway.
Yeah, it was weird. We love it here.
Yeah, it's amazing. So every 4th we go over to the Curtises. So we're about to go hang out with Dina and Chris, and we'll watch some pretty fireworks.
Yeah,
it's gonna be really good. So you guys will probably see some pictures from that. You know, all those stories that we just told you guys not to do, those are all things that have happened in real life. Most of them at the Curtis 4th of July party. Not by us, though. It's by the neighbor kids who don't really know what they're doing.
That's all right.
It's fun, though.
So good.
Yep. So you guys, keep all your extremities, keep all your digits, try real hard to keep out of the hospital.
So finding the fun from our galaxy to yours.
May the force be with you.
Always. Thank you for listening to Sisterhood of the Traveling Bantha, written and produced by Denise McKay.
Edited and produced by Rexy Jupiter. Original logo designed by Tyler Rigney.
Intro and outro music is provided by the Galactic Empire.
You can find us on all streaming platforms at Travel and Bantha.
And join our Discord for fun-filled galaxy chats.
You can also sign up for our Patreon starting at just $3. You get exclusive episodes, merch, behind the scenes, and more.
And a special thanks to all our Jedi Knight members and higher. We have Rooney, Michael Beavers, Mark Collier, and James Peake. From our galaxy to yours.
May the force be with you.
Always.